Good morning to all. So here is like I'm going to explain Nathaniel Hawthorne's Young Goodman Brown. It's a short story by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Nathaniel Hawthorne is very famous for his novel The Scarlet Letter, which has created a greater impact in American literature, which was talking about the goodness, again the good and evil. So the concept like where also guilt, the concept of guilt, adultery, and all sorts of things, like human adultery and human guilt and social perceptions and social questioning of character and all sorts of things. It's a very famous novel, and Nathaniel Hawthorne is a very famous American writer. Here this short story Young Goodman Brown, a journey into doubt. This short story is also kind of which is talking about the characters, say especially the concept of good and evil. So, and all the characters, very less characters are there in the short story, and the characters are named after the human values. So, like here, Goodman Brown, the adjective, very adjective Goodman Brown, it's a quality, is an abstract quality of a human being. So, it's a character, and his wife, Faith, like his wife is named as Faith. Again, it's a kind of personification, and also we can also take it as in the form of like a biblical note or something like that, we can take it. So faith, again it's a quality, human quality. It's the character itself is named after the human qualities, which is a very special thing about this short story. And this presentation explores Nathaniel Hawthorne's Young Goodman Brown. It's a symbol of rich exploration of faith and human nature. Published in 1835, the story reflects Hawthorne's ancestral guilt over the Salem witch trials. So we will delve into key themes, symbolism, and the story's historical context. So actually the story's outline is very simple. Here there are two characters, Goodman Brown and his wife Faith. So we all have the intentions of being good and evil, going after evils like that, but there will always we have faith towards goodness. So like that, this Goodman Brown's instinct is for evil, like he's being called upon by evil, and like his evil things are being constrained or limited because of his wife Faith. So the wife Faith has dragged him out of the evil so far. But at one point, the story begins with Goodman Brown leaving into the forest. Like it's a mysterious short story where nothing is predictable, and it is a kind of mysterious story which will be ending in that mysterious way. It is very ambiguous. The story itself is highly ambiguous. So like he has been left his wife for 3 months into the forest, and Goodman Brown is into a journey into the forest, leaving his wife Faith. Some mysterious thing where he has encountered another old version of Goodman Brown. So like a man, dark figure appears in the forest, and he's leading him into a kind of evil thing, and there he encounters his own catechism teacher, Goody Cloyce. So the name, like look after the characters. So like that Goody Cloyce is also there in the society, in that kind of darker society, evil kind of society. And the story goes on like this, where that older version of like who is always similar to this young Goodman Brown, but the older version of young Goodman Brown is accompanying this man, this young Goodman Brown, and taking him along with him. And it is a kind of, they had come together for doing some evil act like that. The story will be going on, and they encountered that catechism lady also, catechism women also. So like that is how the story goes on, and they will be journeying through the forest, and they will be encountering like some mysterious darker sounds and everything, and narration is going on like that. And at the end he could find the ministers, his own faith ministers, religious ministers in the society, like of the society. They are also found in that darker world, in that world. Like all are indulged in a kind of the mysterious evil activities. At last, he could recognize the sound of his own wife Faith, whom he has believed so much, whom he has thought a very good person. Like he has his faith because of his faith, wife Faith. So she was an inspiration, she was a motivation for him to get rid of this evil things. But he's very much shocked to get to know her own voice in that darker world in the society, and he was not believing that she could be her. But later on he found the symbol, like the pink ribbon used by his wife Faith. Like he has found, like almost he has come into conclusion his wife Faith is also there. At last they will be in a kind of cleared circular space in the forest, like where all the people in the society will always also be there in the dark mysterious forest. Like they are going to indulge in some kind of ceremony or some kind of auspicious things, like they are contributing themselves for, like the faces of two people will be closed. One is young Goodman Brown, another is not known by the readers until the story reveals. So like they will be brought together at the center of the cleared space. So like they are for about to be given for the civil world. Like they are going to indulge in, like they are promising or they are giving out, like that they are giving their oath. So like that they are brought, like at that time the veils of these people are removed. So like this young Goodman, like one side young Goodman Brown, so his veil is removed, and another side his own wife Faith is there, so her veil is also removed. So young Goodman Brown is very much shocked, so called a very good and who has been the source and motivations, considered to be a very good person in the society, and she herself is there. His own motivation and inspiration source is being dragged into evil side. He could not accept that. His trust is totally abolished and banned, abandoned. So he has lost. It's like at that moment the story has come to a kind of conclusion where suddenly young Goodman Brown came into unconsciousness, and everybody in the forest disappeared, and at last he was found in his own society. Like he came back, like he recognized this thing, but later on he was not able to be normal with the other people in the society, because he started to doubt, he started to question each and everybody's innocence and goodness. So like he never believed anybody to be good, even his own wife. Like there was a, like he just drifted away from his wife Faith also. He was not able to believe anybody's goodness or innocence. He even questioned the goodness, he even questioned the morality, he even questioned the ethics of the society. No one, starting from his own catechism teacher, starting from his religious ministers, faith ministers of the society, all are indulging in this evil world. They all have their evil parts. Like whoever being projected in the so-called social conventions, but privately. So here is a contradictory of private versus public thing. So this is a storyline. So this is a thing, like the story ends with the young Goodman Brown questioning and having a doubt in each and every. He's not able to, he has lost his innocence, he's not able to be normal with the social people. So here is the departure, faith and temptation. Goodman Brown's journey begins with confidence in his faith and his wife Faith. So he started his journey with his own confidence. He started that he would never indulge in it. For the sake of going, he was going. His departure represents choice to confront the darker aspects of existence. So like in order to confront what is there, this choice parallels the biblical fall from grace. It is also paralleling, it is being compared with the biblical fall from grace. It involves temptation and the potential loss of innocence. The human beings are tempted, the temptations of the human beings are brought out here, and also like when we are tempted to evil, like naturally we will be ending in the loss of innocence. So initial confidence, initially he was very confident. Goodman Brown starts with strong faith in his wife, an ambiguous journey. It was a mysterious and ambiguous journey. He must leave faith for one night, venturing into darkness. So the forest like being a symbol of loss of innocence, the forest symbolizes the unconsciousness and the morally ambiguous. So it is symbolizing the unconscious state of mind and the morally ambiguous. Like human beings all have the ambiguous state of morality inside of us. So Brown encounters seemingly pious figures who are drawn into darkness. He learns that respected community members are also drawn to evil. This realization represents the loss of innocence. So symbol of the unconsciousness, the untamed forest holds many secrets, encounter with Goody Cloyce, like the catechism teacher of Goodman Brown, based on a real figure from the Salem witch trials, and community's darkness. He realizes respected members embrace the dark side, like who are all considered to be very respected, the so-called the high class, as the so-called the goodiness of the society. Actually, they embrace the darker side. They are also they have their own darker side. So this is a projection of society. Like public figure is different from private. So what we show in a different way in public, but who are all being showing a good person in the public or not actually really good. Like privately in individual characters are different from what they show off in the public. So the devil figure, allure and deception. The devil uses persuasive arguments appealing to human, like here the devil figure is being portrayed by this older version of young Goodman Brown, a mysterious figure in the forest. Throughout the forest, he has been taking him in the journey. So he represents repressed desires and societal hypocrisy. This allures and deceives Goodman Brown. So it is just slowly poisoning the mind of Goodman Brown. Hawthorne critiques puritanical rigidity through the devil's words. So here the concept of puritanism. So it questions the Puritan society. It questions the puritanical thing. Through the devil's word, it is critiquing. So persuasive arguments. He appeals to human weaknesses, critic of repressed desires. He embodies societal hypocrisy, critic of rigidity. Hawthorne criticizes puritanical society using this devil figure. So the ceremony confronting universal sin. So the ceremony had happened in the story, which I had already mentioned. The forest clearing host a ritual of universal depravity. Community members from all social levels are present. Brown learns that sin is an individual but a pervasive aspect of humanity. Faith's presence shatters Brown's idealist views. So Brown learns that sin is not individual. Like doing a sin is not an individual thing. It is an entire aspect of humanity and pervasive aspect. Like it is what persuaded. It's a persuaded thing, being influenced by the devil's thing, and the words devil's word influence. And it entirely questions the concept of puritanity. What for religion, what for morality? In public you are showing off like you are so good, you are restricting the movies, you are restricting, you should not watch, and but you are doing the darker side innerwards. So he is like here Hawthorne criticizes the author Nathaniel Hawthorne criticizes the concept of puritanism through this short story. He is questioning the social convention, social beliefs, social so-called religious system, everything. So like, and it is also entire humanity. It is not one individual. It is questioning the entire humanity. It is an aspect of humanity. And here like faith, like the faith presence itself is shattering Brown's so-called idealist views of goodness. So forest gathering, a ritual of universal sin takes place there in the forest. Community's presence, all social levels are present, from starting from the high class, all levels of people are there in that place. Shattered views, faith's presence shatters here, like it's being shattered by the Brown's views is being shattered by faith's presence. So here I have told you already the pink ribbon. Okay, it's a symbol of lost innocence. So the pink ribbon is a symbol used here in the short story, and we have to give a great hats off to Nathaniel Hawthorne. Nathaniel Hawthorne is always a good person of doing the symbolical elements so in his works. So here the pink ribbon used by the female character, the wife of Brown, that is Faith. So when it is being found in the forest, it is there, he has been very much shattered, and that shows the loss of innocence, So Faith's pink ribbon symbolizes innocence and purity. Their appearance in the forest suggests corruption. So when it is being appeared in the darker world, it says like the corruption has happened. The ribbon's ambiguous nature, real or imagined, represents the tainting of faith. So like all things, each and everything is being portrayed in an ambiguous way, whether it is real or something imaginary or something dream. It is happening, the entire thing is happening in the dream. It is unclear even at the end of the story. But all things are bringing, like all the valid concepts are brought in the form of the story. It is this kind of ambiguous nature itself is the tainting nature of faith. They evoke a sense of lost purity. So like it is a kind of lost pure nature. Symbol of purity, faith's pink ribbons indicate innocence, sign of corruption. They are present in the forest indicates sin. So the pink ribbon is being presented in the forest, it indicates the sin has happened. So tainting of faith, ambiguity represents lost innocence. So transformation, knave to cynicism. So Goodman Brown returns to Salem changed. When he was before in the Salem village, he was a very good, it's a knave person, but now he has become a cynical person, always doubting, always not in a good thing. Okay, so he can no longer trust or love. This is fueled by the perceived hypocrisy of others. Actually, a good man is being changed to a cynical person because of the hypocrisy of others, because of the society, because of the question, like things, okay, like perseveration or motivation. Witnessing what he believes to be universal sin takes a psychological toll, leading to spiritual isolation. So he started to witness everything, like what he believes to be the universal sin, he started to witness everything. Okay, so he takes a psychological effect and toll, like which led him to be this spiritual isolation. He's completely isolated. So inability to trust, spiritual isolation, changed perspective. Entire thing has been, the character has been changed because of this perseveration done by the hypocrisy of others. So ambiguity, as I've already told, the entire thing is uncertain in the story. So we are in like the readers are in the mood of what is happening. It is all, everything is mysterious. Are they real? Are the forests real? Are the characters real? It is a kind of magical thing. Whether it is a dream of a person, like all those things. But at the end also it is not at all revealed. Like the ending of the story is also in an ambiguous setup. So dream or reality, the question of dream or reality prevails in the entire story. The story remains intentionally ambiguous. Intentionally the author has made it ambiguous. Was the forest encounter real or a dream? Hawthorne refuses to provide a definite answer. Nathaniel Hawthorne did not give any definitive answer for this. The psychological impact remains regardless. Brown's subjective experience is the focal point. So the ambiguous nature is somewhat needed in the society, so it was intentionally made to bring out the psychological impact of the character and the change of the character, and the subjective experience of Brown is brought out well through this ambiguous narration. And it is the focal point of this story. Brown's subjective experience is the focal point of this story. So intentional ambiguity, the truth is unclear. Psychological impact, the effect on Brown remains forever. Subjective experience, Brown's perspective is key. So themes, we have the concepts, themes like faith, doubt and human nature. These are the major themes, majority of the themes. Like we have talked so much about faith, doubt and human nature. The story explores the conflict between faith and doubt. It examines the darkness within humans. Hawthorne critiques puritanical society and its repressed nature. The story warns against disillusionment and promotes questioning assumptions. Faith versus doubt, inherent darkness, critique of society. Especially when we talk of human nature, it is naturally we have to talk from the perspective of public as well as private. What is actually human nature from the perspective of public, and what is actually human nature from the perspective of private? We have to think and critique in a way. So conclusion, enduring power, young Goodman Brown serves as a cautionary tale about faith's fragility. It explores the complexities of human nature. Hawthorne's symbolism explores profound themes. Of course, I have already told you Hawthorne is known for the symbolism, and the symbolism brought out in the story highly explores profound themes. The story remains relevant in modern discussions about faith, doubt and the human condition. Even for the contemporary readers and future readers, for all generations, the story is relevant. and for all the discussions and critical discussions when it comes to the concept of religion, society, puritanism, when it comes to the concept of Christianity, whatever it may be, and also ethical issues, moral issues, morality, human psychology, like in all kinds of disciplines, it can come to discussion. So fragility of faith, a cautionary tale, complexity of human nature explores internal conflicts of the humans, and it is always relevant today, addresses modern issues. Thank you.